Boney was a man with a lot of explaining to do, starting with that sweatshirt. Boney claims he got rid of it shortly after he was released from prison.
I took it to the Salvation Army. There is a drop box on Grant Line Road in New Albany, and I placed those items in there.
He was quick to point out his DNA wasn't the only DNA on the sweatshirt.
It's not just my DNA, there's also an unidentified female. Everyone knows that, everyone that's followed the case.
He insists he doesn't know how his sweatshirt got to the crime scene, and he insists he didn't even know David Camm.
Never, ever encountered Mr. David Camm.
Okay.
Never.
Boney wasn't doing himself any favors by continuing to talk.
My DNA would not show up at the crime scene.
Especially when the subject turned to fingerprints.
My fingerprints would not appear at that crime scene because, first and foremost, once again, I would have had to have been there in order for my fingerprints to appear at the crime scene.
He probably should have thought a little more before saying that.
We matched a palm print from Charles Boney to the outside of the Bronco.
That's huge.
Experts told us that it was a fresh print. It couldn't have weathered very much.
The more Boney talked,
I've been forthright and honest with the prosecution team.
The more he implicated himself.
If something of mine was there at the scene, that means that I would have been there.
And the police could not have agreed more. His sweatshirt, his DNA, and his palm print at the scene of the murders made their case. And Charles Darnell Backbone Boney was arrested and charged with murdering Kim, Brad, and Jill. Camm and his father Don could hardly believe what happened next. They were together when they got the news. After 5 years, it looked like Camm was finally cleared.
Dave was here working with me here in the shop, and he got a call on his two-way radio.
You know, I just lost it. I cried, I ran out. My dad and I cried, we hugged.
What'd you say to your dad?
Oh, and I said, Dad, you're not going to believe this. You're not going to believe it. They dismissed the charges. It's over.
David Camm's dream had come true. The murder charges against him had been dropped. And after so long, it seemed too good to be true.